The word niyet, or intention, plays an important role in the life of Kazakhs. Our people put a person's thoughts above his actions. Whatever a person does, the Kazakhs say, "Bastısı niyet tüzü bolsun." The main thing is that your thoughts are pure. They look at the intention. The result of your actions will be a direct consequence of your thoughts. This philosophy is evident in all customs and rituals of the Kazakh people. Hello, this is Taste Kazakhstan, and I am its host, Aygirim Musagazhinova. I will introduce you to the history of our country through national cuisine. The life of the Kazakh people was full of various holidays, gatherings, and events. And each event meant preparing different dishes. Today we will prepare the Baramysh dish. Each region of Kazakhstan has its own name for it. Some call it samsa, others Baramysh, and others Buyrek. In the northern regions of Kazakhstan, Baramysh is prepared for the Qyz Uzatu ritual. Why Qyz Uzatu? Qyz Uzatu is a wedding ritual when the bride's family says goodbye to her. When a family welcomes new members, which included not only the bride but her relatives, it wishes for new relatives to fit into the family. The main ingredient in this dish is meat. And today, we will use liver, add a little onion, seasonings, and begin to prepare the main ingredients. The Baramysh was prepared for such special occasions as the Eid al-Fitr. Baramysh has always been a welcome feature on the holiday table. These little liver pies were really quick to make and, most importantly, were very delicious. Women, female relatives, and friends gathered at one table to prepare this dish. All this was accompanied by songs, various conversations, and of course, each of them wanted to show off her skill in preparing this dish. I think today you will appreciate my skills as I prepare this dish. Take the meat. I use beef. Chop it into small cubes. There are a few ways to make the filling. You can finely chop it by hand or grind everything in a grinder to make a homogeneous minced meat mass. But when you chop the meat and liver by hand, the filling turns out very juicy. I recommend starting to brown the meat first. You can add the liver next because it can quickly harden. Kazakh people treated the Qyz Uzatu celebration with great trepidation. They started preparing the Baramysh dish a day in advance because they needed to make a lot of it. Several pots to be able to feed all the relatives. It's very important that the filling is juicy, so for that I will add a little onion. I'll also add garlic for taste. Add a little oil. It needs to be fried thoroughly. The Kazakhs had various customs and traditions to honor the entire human life cycle. They had a whole series of rituals to commemorate occasions from birth to death. When a family received good news that a child would be born, they performed a very interesting ritual called Qyz. Only women participated in this ceremony. They shared this joy by getting together, drinking tea, singing songs, and wishing the expectant mother good health. Another important ritual is Qyz Uzatu. Let me tell you an interesting story. When I was on an expedition, I went into one house where an older woman was running around very fussily, saying that her daughter-in-law was in labor. She hastily put the meat on the stove to boil and said that when the meat would be cooked, her daughter-in-law would give birth. At this moment, the Qyz Uzatu ritual begins. Several women gather at a table and begin cooking very quickly. The phrase Qyz Uzatu is translated as a competition between two pots. Of course, in the literal sense, there was no competition. But this meant that women had to cook any food very quickly. There was such a belief that the faster you cook, the faster the woman would give birth. This was done to support the mother in labor. The most important dish of this ceremony is a very delicious dessert called tunkerme. Tunkerme was prepared from fried wheat. They ground it, added butter, and quickly mixed it all. And it was this bustle in the kitchen that was supposed to speed up the birthing process. When the joyful event finally occurs and the child is born, what do you think the mother does after that? She starts preparing a very tasty and healthy porridge, balamyk. Balamyk porridge is made from grinded millet and melted butter. Balamyk induces the generation of breast milk. This way, mothers take care of the health of their daughters. Balamyk porridge also helps women recover after the very difficult process of childbirth. Now we will prepare the dough for the Baramysh dish. Take flour, water, add some salted water, and knead the dough. We have prepared the filling for Baramysh. And now let's move on to the final stage of cooking of our dish. The dough turned out simply amazing. It needs to be divided into several pieces. Kazakhs held all events and holidays collectively. For example, if someone starts building a house, everyone is sure to get together and help. This tradition is called asar. When someone moves from one place to another, everyone takes turns inviting him to visit. They give gifts and help in any way they can. And this ritual is called Yerulek. Qyz Uzatu. The ritual of seeing the bride off is a very touching ceremony. A girl leaves her parents' house singing a song called samsa. In this song, she expresses gratitude to her mother, her father, and close relatives. Meanwhile, the in-laws came to visit their house and presented expensive gifts. And the most important gift was the gift Anaның sütü. Anaның sütü means mother's milk. This gift was given as a sign of gratitude for raising a daughter. Let's begin to put the Baramysh together. If you prepare the Baramysh dish for the wedding ceremony, let this dish strengthen your new family ties. Today, we learned that the Kazakhs prepared food not only to fill the stomach, the dish also conveyed positive and good intentions. This is why the Kazakh cuisine is a conductor of pure energy that nourishes both body and soul. You should definitely try them. Welcome to our tasty Kazakhstan.